Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here. So Gervonta Davis knocks out the overmatched Ricardo Nunez in 2 rounds to defend his WBA super featherweight title. Going into this fight, most of us saw this as a mismatch, and that's exactly how it played out. Wasn't surprised in the slightest at this result. First round, Tank Davis was really just scouting his opponent. He was kind of leaning back in that southpaw stance, just observing what was in front of him. He was looking for opportunities to land that big left hand, but he really wasn't forcing the issue in round 1. Ricardo Nunez tried to be active with his jab, and based on the first round, his game plan looked to be to keep it on the outside and stay away from Tank Davis's power, stay away from the mid-range and the inside. First round, close round, you could give it to Ricardo Nunez just based on activity, but I don't really think Tank Davis was worried. He was just scouting what was in front of him. And round 2 was where the fight ended. Ricardo Nunez tied Tank Davis up, and when he got out of a clinch, he stayed stationary for far too long. And just after the clinch, Tank Davis lands a powerful left hook, a beautiful shot that visibly hurts Ricardo Nunez. And Tank Davis then jumps all over his opponent, looking for the finish. Ricardo Nunez against the ropes, eating several power shots, particularly that big left hook. Nunez was sagging against the ropes, and his body language wasn't great, so the referee jumps in and waves it off. I've seen a few people online say that it was premature, but I felt Nunez was done. And you have to take into account, with what's been going on in boxing in the last week, 2 deaths, maybe referees right now are a little bit more trigger happy in regards to stopping a fight a bit earlier than they usually would. But yeah, Tank Davis, he got the job done against an overmatched opponent. It was what it was, We can't really make a song and dance about it because Nunez was so inept and such a low-level opponent. But like I said earlier, Tank Davis got the job done, and he showed that power once again. After the fight, I believe he called out Tevin Farmer. That is the fight I would like to see for him next. I think it's a winnable fight, but a fight that would give him more credibility. It's a unification fight, and I believe fans in America and boxing fans in general would be interested in that fight. I just want to see Tank Davis push on now. Enough of these low-level opponents. The guy's really talented. He's explosive. I want to see him in there with good fighters, champions, Burchell, Farmer, even Jamel Herring, who I believe is a weaker champion. Any of these guys is fine. Jojo Diaz, Andrew Cancio. There's some guys in the division he could fight, credible guys, but right now, he's fighting a low level of competition. I appreciate Nunez was his mandatory, so that's fair enough, but I don't want to see Tank Davis after this fight go on to fight an ancient Yuriorkis Gamboa, because I've heard rumours of that, and if that fight gets made, I think that's an absolute joke, to be quite honest. But, what more can we say? Solid performance by Gervonta Davis against a low-level opponent. He got the knockout, he got the stoppage, he did what he had to do. Share your thoughts below. Peace.